Goodness comes and evil goes. Kimunga Ukumbozi, Kimunga Ukumbozi, Kimunga Ukumbozi, divine liberty, divine liberation, divine freedom, and all that that will bring for African people wherever we happen to be on the face of this earth. Karibu, welcome. My name is Kwende, and today we're going to get into another important subject area, and that subject is Omowale Malcolm X Imani, faith in African people. As we know, from the most ancient of times, from the beginning, the primary people of creation have always carried, always held faith in the Creator Supreme. And by extension, this same primary people, that is the African people that we are, carry faith in themselves, have faith in themselves wherever we happen to be on the face of this earth. Whether we happen to be on the continent of Africa itself, sacred soil that it is, the cradle of humanity, the cradle of civilization. Whether we happen to be in the Americas, whether we happen to be in the islands, in the realms of Europe, whether we happen to be in lands east of Africa, wherever we happen to be, that African oneness and that Africanness of self is still and remains and will continue to remain substance of spirit, substance of self. And the great hero, Omowale Malcolm X, certainly had faith, certainly inspired faith, certainly enlivened faith, certainly energized faith in African people on a global scale during his physical lifespan and beyond. That inspiration, that energizing, that enlivenment continues to this day and will continue for generations yet to come. This is African faith on the global scale. African faith, Imani, this powerful principle in the mission for global African ascendancy, global African ascension. So as we approach the very important time of remembrance of this great hero around the time of his martyrdom, let us take a moment or two just to hear a few words from him on being African and holding that inherent faith in ourselves.
One of the reasons that it is bad for us to continue to just refer to ourselves as so-called Negro, that's negative. When we say so-called Negro, that's pointing out what we aren't, but it isn't telling us what we are. We are African, and we happen to be in America. We're not American. We are people who formerly were Africans who were kidnapped and brought to America. We have to have the type of understanding of Africa and the type of understanding of our people here in order to build a bridge, a contact, a line of communication between the two. And once the lines of communication have been established, and our African brothers can stretch forth their hands and reach us, and we can stretch forth our hands and reach them, why there's nothing that this blue-eyed man in this country will be able to do to you and me successfully from that day onward.
So those are the words then of the great hero of Imani, faith, amongst much else. Faith in African souls of the world, that mighty African people that we are, in that forever onward and upward mission of ascension. So with that food for thought, and surely it is food for thought, Kimunga Ukombozi, Kimunga Ukombozi, Kimunga Ukombozi, divine liberty, divine liberation, divine freedom, and all that that will bring for African people wherever we happen to be on the face of this earth.
The son who has returned home, for Africans back on top. The son who has returned home, for Africans back on top. The son who has returned home, for Africans back on top. The son who has returned home, for Africans back on top.